Houston, our instruments are showing that we have a incoming message from deep space. Repeat, Houston, we have an incoming message from deep space. Houston, we'll begin playing message now. Houston, we're going to try and translate that up here. Hold for translation. Translation complete. We'll begin playing message now.
Hey, it's me, Melissa.
What do you do when the aliens invade? Take a shot of MK Ultra and watch Melissa Jade. Put on your tinfoil hat and tune right in. We got that crime spree, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, a complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all bends understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Aliens is on the sun or in Area 51. Time travels, unravels, haunted castles, cops are baffled, potential experimental thoughts that make you transcendental. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa. Crime sprees, flat earth theories, government conspiracies, complex Mandela effects, unidentified objects, a mind expanding, fake moon landing, what it all bends understanding. It's me, Melissa. It's me, Melissa.
Hello, everybody. Happy Members Only Monday. T. Adams coming in with a super sticker. Thank you so much, T. Adams. That's so kind, so generous. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much.
And thank you so much to Liz Lewis for gifting a membership. Congratulations, whoever's the recipient. You just got busted out if you are on the other side. Hey, Harlot people, me, Lee the Bee, Hippie Chick Blue, Leanna, Honey, Roro, Tabitha, Grandma Cece, Grandma Nini. Harlot's a champ, Grandma Nini, and Harlot holds down the fort. She does an amazing job, but we don't ever have really any issues in this community. So we're good. We're good. Hi, Michelle, Sign on Crime, Stacy Bobisi, Simply Complex, Tony, Stars Align. We've missed you. Let me see. It's not Rocket Science Dude. Poor Linda. Seek Justice. Dog Mom. Crumb Crochet Cafe. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're so very kind. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to our newest member. Hey, Chloe Moon. Hell yeah. Harlot's always here. Hey, Kate for Big Little Voices. Harlot's always the first one in and the last one out. She's an amazing mod. And poor Harlot, because I don't even know if she's... Poor Harlot, because I don't even know if she's interested in the Leticia case. and it's all I've been doing, and so I feel bad, but she hangs it out like a champ, man, and she's like, I'm gonna be here whether I enjoy it or not. Harlot's the queen. Hello, my Elena. We've missed you, Elena. Yeah, Harlot's amazing. We're very lucky to have Harlot here. They're all amazing mods. But Harlot's definitely been a champ. Tisha's not for everyone, and I get that. And so hi, Double M, Lace Lamons, Jennifer M, Homer. Thank you, Homer. Homer gifted a membership, you guys.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
Thank you, Homer. Welcome. Oh, you're so sweet, Chef House Grandma. You know what? I never bothered to, as Harlot was hardcore in here during my Idaho coverage. And then, like I transitioned to Leticia. And Harlot probably got stuck. But she's so dedicated that she's like, all right, I'm going to put up with Tisha every day. We're gonna get into other stuff too. Oh man, I feel so bad, but we love our Harlot. Hey Shane, thank you so much, Shane, for another gifted member. You guys are too much. Thank you so much. Congratulations, Alina. Holy moly, you guys making it rain green in here. Thank you so much to Elena and Shane. Congratulations. We have so many new members. Right off the bat, I can't express my gratitude. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome, everybody. I found my people too. There's my black heart. Thank you. I should pay for Harlot's therapy. We're gonna need a GoFundMe for Harlot's therapy. She's like, I didn't sign up for this shit. You were doing Idaho. What the hell? I'm sorry. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Chris. Tony got a membership. Hooray. Hey, Tomato Bug. Oh, we're so happy to have you here for your first members only Monday. Chat summary loves Harlot. We all do. Hey, T Adams. I just really hope Tisha is fucking miserable as big as a house. She's getting big. And I'm not hating. Listen, I don't give a shit. But every time we hear from Leticia, and it's really interesting, going all the way back to the time of the murder, High Destination, Neat Noodle, to going into the pretext calls, to going into the text messages, to going into the jail calls, to going into her lawsuit, all of that time. And she always manages to say how she hasn't eaten anything, like she's gone like 7 years without eating anything. There isn't a portion of Tisha where she isn't mentioning that. And we know that's not true. Hi, Nicole, being fragrant anxiety. Hi, Chezzy. So I would like to try biscuits and gravy. I would like to try it. I had to go to like a breakfast. Crap. There was somewhere my mom told me about, like Country Kettle. They have like rocking chairs on the front, and I think we have one out by where my mom lives. Country Kettle. There's a breakfast place, and so when we go there, I'm gonna try that biscuits and gravy thing you guys told me about. Hi, Sarah Bell. Cracker Bell. What did I say? Wait a second. What did I call it? What the fuck did I call it? Thank you. Everyone knew what I was talking about, but what did I call it? What did I call it? Because I didn't call it that. I don't know what I called it, but I was off, man. I was Cracker Kettle. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. Oh man, that's embarrassing. Shit. Oh man. Well, safe to say I haven't gone there before, but I do know it's a breakfast place. And so I'll try it there because I don't know where else would have sausage and biscuits. I don't know. Or the sausage gravy and biscuits. Yeah, I guess I could make it myself, Shifus Grandma, but I'm nervous because I don't know country food. So yeah, I don't know what the hell I did there, Jennifer, but I love how you all knew what I meant. So that's why I appreciate you guys. But okay, so today, the last 2 lives, we have been going through Al's interview. That's what I'm talking about, T. Adams. That's what I'm talking about. Cracker Barrel. I think there's one out by my mom. So that's where I feel like would have it. Nowhere. I've never had a menu that showed biscuits and gravy before. So, but I feel like that place would. Breakfast. I know. I say it weird. It was the rocking chairs. That's probably what gave it away. You're right. Hardee's I don't know what Hardee's is. I know, Shane. I know. Whatever. There's a couple of words I say differently if you guys haven't figured that out yet, but I would love that. Stars Align. I would love that. Yeah, I'd like to go. I think there is one all the way out there. So I don't like IHOP. Well, I've only ever had IHOP. No, I haven't had chicken and waffles. No. I told you guys I don't really like breakfast food anyway, but that just sounds gross. So it's your happy birthday, Shane. Happy birthday. Hardee's is also, oh, okay. Yeah, that word I don't say differently. His lies, I just can't say that word. I sure can, Shane, just for you. I sure can. But today we're gonna be watching, I think it's gonna be the ending of Al's interview. This is when the detective is going to switch out for Bethel, and Bethel's going to be coming in. Now we know that they already picked Lena up. Harley is lying on behalf of her mom, and Leticia has been turning on and off her phone and telling Harley what to tell investigators. Well, police when they're at the door. Landon is in. Landon is speaking with detectives in the other room at this point. We will be going into Landon's interview right after we're done with Al's. Really, Chezzy, see, again, I'd take chicken parm or steak for breakfast. Breakfast foods make my tummy hurt. I don't know, like syrup, like it's too sweet. I don't know. I just can't do it. Happy birthday, Sean. That's funny that you said that, Keith, because I believe so. I don't know if it's a Hot Pocket, but we see Al eating something in this little intermission that we see. But okay, hold on. Before we even go further, our missing child for tonight's live, you guys. I think this is the youngest missing child that I have brought up on all of my streams. But look. It's hard. Hi, Michelle L. Please drive safe. So this is Neo Xylon Sanchez. Look at that face. He has been missing since November 18th, 2022. He would be 1 year old at the time that he went missing. Oh my God, little baby. It says Neo may be in the company of his mother, Maria Flores. The child's height and weight are approximate from when he was last seen. So this is Maria Eugenia Flores. She's 37 years old. So if you or anyone you know has information on their whereabouts, please contact the Miami-Dade Police Department at the number located in blue. But look at him. Look at that precious face. It's hard. Yes. It's like a little bit of good news, guys. To switch over, Soraya was found. Do you remember the little 2-year-old girl that I covered, and her dad did not return her for drop off, and then conveniently his fiance went missing at the airport? Soraya has been found, and her biological dad and his fiance are in custody. They were found in Mexico, but that little girl is being reunited with her mom, and so I am so happy about that. Thank you, Joanna. Joanna gifted a membership. Congratulations to our new members. Thank you so much. Me too, Crime Crochet. Hey, Cheryl. Okay, so to get started, this is the in-between intermission where the male officer says, okay, I'm done, let me go check in with the other.
Here.
Yeah.
Especially because one child is missing and they're trying to
let me go check in with the other officers, but then there is a transition and Bethel comes in and speaks with Al. At this point, he had already come in earlier in the day to give the basic interview. Hey, what's going on? Any specific questions about Gannon? Did he have any friends in the area? That is when Al leaves. He goes home, has pizza, but then there was that nagging thought in his mind to go and check on the car. check if it is parked where Leticia said it was. And he went and checked, and it was not there. So he comes back in, and it's been very heartbreaking to watch, but it's Al coming to the realization that Leticia has lied to him, and his mind is running in a million different directions with why. Why did she lie? And they know the key to finding Gannon is finding Leticia and finding that vehicle. And thank you so much, Lace Lamons, for the gifted membership. Congratulations to whoever received the membership. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Chicken Shite. Yum. Apple crust. Yum, yum, yum. Hi, Kathy 4. So Al signs over a warrant for them to execute that warrant at the house. And that's pretty much where we last left off. Oh, is my thing? Yeah, my thing is. Okay. Hi, con artist. Okay. So again, I'm playing this interview from the docket. His link is in the description of this live, and I'll be dropping his link with Nightbot throughout. So you could see Al is eating something here. I don't know if it's a Hot Pocket or what, but I'm going to fast forward to when the officer comes back, and then it'll be switching out to Bethel. Okay, here we go. You ready, guys? You ready? Oh, happy early birthday, Cups of Love. We're so happy you got a birthday membership. Okay, T. Adams. What you making for dinner, though? Anything good? Hi, Science Sense. Lemonheads for life. I love that. Hey, Blue. All right, here we go, guys. And I'll make that bigger. I'll do it while we're playing it.
Go through it and process it with information.
Let me pause right before we start. Don't forget spaghetti bolognese marinara. Don't forget he told us the audio and visual sync is off. And so if their mouths don't line up perfectly, that's the reason why. So I could already tell I have to jump back a bit.
Things that are happening. What is she doing? Okay.
Oh, damn. He wasn't kidding when he said like a 3.
You don't have to explain. I'm okay with the screenshot.
Damn.
If you would.
The easiest thing to do would be to go watch episode 1 and
okay, so we're gonna hear him start talking significantly marinara. Use a lot of Parmesan cheese, T. Adams. We're gonna hear the audio start to pick up before we even see the guy in the room. That sucks, but there's nothing we could do about it.
and just pause it. And when you pause it, you can take all the time in the world to read it.
I'm not sure whether Harley will come. Initially, she said she didn't want to, but we don't know for sure. We'll see if she comes with. And I know you sent me screenshots. They wanted me to ask just if you would be willing to download the phone. If you don't, it's okay.
I mean, I don't have anything to hide, but like, what more do you need? Do you need more screenshots? Do you need? I mean, why?
Well,
what do you want to see? I mean,
well, generally, like, yeah, I'm okay with the screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but they like to go and get as much historical stuff as they possibly can. Mm-hmm. Okay, so totally up to you.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but I don't see it necessary.
At this point, they're discussing the warrant, and the warrant had approved the search for the house. And while he's speaking to him, he's like, all right, what about the phone? You know, like, what do you want me to do with the phone? Happy birthday, Kara.
Right now.
That's fine. I'm just throwing it out there.
I mean, are y'all to the point of like pointing a finger at somebody yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, so
not yet. So
I mean, when we get there.
Hey, little Red, love the new photo.
Like I said, I have nothing to hide. I just
you don't have to explain. Okay, you don't have to explain. Now I'm straight up with you. I'm here to find your kid.
Yeah,
that's it.
So what I'm worried about now is Tisha's out there, phone off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you have the same thought process that if what we're thinking is true. So
well, you know, I've been doing this a long time, so
Yeah.
I try not to overthink.
Like I said, I have nothing to hide. I just
You don't have
Listen to this and focus.
to explain.
Gotta-
Hey,
Okay,
sir.
you don't have to explain.
Um,
You know, I'm straight up with you. I'm here to find your kid.
Yeah.
That's it.
so what I'm worried about now is
Destination.
Leticia's out there, phone off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you have the same thought process that
Mhm.
you know, what is she doing? If what we're thinking is true. So
Well, I've been doing this a long time, so I
Yeah.
try not to overthink stuff. Okay.
Hazel eyes. Thank you.
There's some things that happen that look really bad that don't turn out that way.
Yeah.
So,
Sure.
and then there's other stuff that does turn out how you think. So I try not.
So even though we don't see the officer even in the room yet, which again, I apologize. There's nothing we could do about it. Hi, Maya fam. You hear Al saying, so if it turns out, hi, Necessity Mom, if it turns out to be what we're thinking it is, you know, but yet his brain also doesn't fully grasp what he thinks Leticia did versus Leticia's lying in some aspect. And he's hoping that maybe Gannon is alive somewhere, wherever the car is. Hi, Shell's Journey. Yes, Allison. Yep. Crackle Barrel. Yes, Sherry.
Not to look at anything like that. I try to go through it and process it with the information that is available to me at that time.
I love it, Little Red.
And
I'm so
until
sorry
I can
for your
specifically
loss.
say,
Beautiful.
this all points to this very specific thing, I try not to do that.
they've been in and out for a while. My ring keeps going off. Detectives.
Okay.
Yep, Elena.
So that's what we're waiting on.
Okay.
We will we'll get the search done real quick. Shouldn't take much. And then get Lena
So they're
down
going to
here.
execute the search warrant.
I will probably talk to Lena.
Now, don't forget, Leticia was messaging Harley saying, do not let them in. And then she threw a fit because there were male officers. Okay. They already went and got Lena. Leticia had Harley lie to Al and say that she was home when she wasn't. All of this is happening.
Okay, and just after a few questions. I'm actually
Yeah, Kate.
yeah, I'm actually a forensic interviewer.
Do I have to authorize that?
You don't have to. I can do it without your consent. I don't want to do that. Okay, so it's a very specific form of interviewing. It's child-led. Okay, it's not. I don't
get to watch it.
I don't think they'll let you watch it. Okay, I'll talk to you after. That's how it normally happens. I'm not going to point fingers. I'm not going to lead her in any way.
Yeah, I don't know. That's I thought that was a thing. She doesn't get any representation.
Well, it's a child-led interview. If she tells me something, she tells me something. If she doesn't, it's
okay. I'm not once again. I'm not worried about what she's gonna say. I'm trying to.
No, I mean she's not in.
It's interesting though, and I'm not educated enough to know how that works. What that officer said interests me, and I'm gonna ask you guys to see if you guys know the answer. Thank you, Elena. Again, you're so very kind. Thank you so much. Welcome to our new members. Please thank Elena if you just got a membership. Bust it out the other side. Welcome for our members only Monday. Thank you. I'm going to ask you guys because I'm not educated enough on this subject. So that officer just said, when Al asked, do I have to give authorization or anything to speak with Lena? The officer said, you don't have to. I can do it on my own. I would prefer not, right? But basically, I'm going to speak to this child with or without you, with or without your consent. And it's going to be a child-led interview. And so I understand that they can obtain warrants and certain things, but with a minor, and I can understand Al's concern here. I wouldn't want my child to be spoken with without any adult or a representation of some sort in there. And I don't know if that is allowed, because at this point, it is not a crime. Even though that they're having a lot of suspicion on Leticia right now, Gannon is just missing. And so it doesn't seem right to me that they could speak to your child with or without your permission, and nobody is going to be with that child other than the person questioning them. Yeah. Yep, Elena. Oh, Elena, yes. I don't know. That's strange to me. I feel like they had, similar to Lena's, they had an interview with Burke Ramsey. Yes, but at that point there was a murder. John Bonet was dead. So it makes sense. Right now, Gannon's a missing child. How were they allowed? And I know that, Kate, it's not so much, again, kind of similar to where I feel like Al's concern is. It's not that I'm hiding anything versus this is my child, right? I'm going to feel protective over my child. And of course, I want her to help in any way, but it's my child. And when we have children that young, they don't do anything outside of our presence. They don't do it, so the idea of them going into this room with strangers, even if it is to help, it feels like who's representing my child, and I can understand there's concern there. Hey, Nicole, thank you for 32 months of support. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Well, that's what he was just asking him, and I'll rewind just a little bit so you guys could hear it.
I don't think they'll let you watch it. Okay. I'll talk to you after. That's how it normally happens.
But were there at this point, Noodle?
I'm not going to lead her in any way.
Yeah, I don't know. That's that was a thing. She doesn't get any representation.
Well, it's a child-led interview. If she tells me something, she tells me something. If she doesn't,
okay. I'm not once again. I'm not worried about what she's going to say. I'm trying to.
No, I mean she's not in trouble at all.
It's not about being in trouble.
We're trying to figure out some of the stuff like we talked about.
Yeah.
Did she actually see Gannon? That kind of thing. That's it, really.
Okay. All right. But Landon's still in there talking. She butt dialed me, so I ended up hearing some of what she was saying, and then I hung up. I'm like, I don't want to hear this crap.
Yeah.
No, she's as far as I'm aware, they're still talking. I'm not.
And I understand that, Hazel Eyes, and it's not, and again, because both can be true at the same time. You can, yes, help any way, anything you need to find my child, but Lena's his child too. And I know damn well I would feel protective over her. And even the fact that she's already stressed out, she's already traumatized, her brother is missing. I would want to know that there was someone in there with my child, even if it couldn't have been me. But the fact that he's saying, I'm going to question her with or without your permission, that seems like I didn't know if that was allowed. Obviously they know, but I don't know if that's allowed. And I understand, the importance of everything right now fresh in her mind. And we know from the Safe Passage interview what was from Lena's memory versus what she's overheard. So you're absolutely right. It is important, but that kind of defeats what I'm asking as far as, are they allowed at this point with these circumstances to say, I'm questioning your minor child no matter what? I don't know.
I've been totally honest with you. I'm not going to try to bullshit you now. Okay. Excuse my language.
No,
but I'll tell you straight up. That's why I came in and told you I'll talk to her. Mm-hmm. I am a trained forensic interviewer. Okay. I will not ask leading questions of her at all, not in any way, shape, or form. But that's especially that what we talked about is very specific. That
I mean the information needs to be put out one way or the other. I agree. I agree.
I'm not going to ask specifics. Well, what happened here? What happened here? That's not how those are. It's all child led.
Okay.
Okay. So it's going to be whatever information that's provided comes from her. It doesn't come from me. The stuff we've talked about, none of that's going to be brought up.
Yes, Liz.
It's all from her. Okay. So.
Okay.
And it's not in a room like this. Okay. It's our soft room. It's got a couch. It's got some paintings on the wall.
I get that one. He told me I wasn't in any trouble. But I've been in the padded room the whole time.
I spend a lot of time in these rooms, so I feel you. But you know, if
yes, Emily,
I'm just this way. If I thought that I could come in here and say, this is what happened, I think this is what happened, I would tell you that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree that there's a lot of ambiguity across the.
No, absolutely. Kathy Four says, for a hypothetical, what if Al was the one who did something, right? Then Lena would be in the room with him. I don't think she has to be in the room with him. That's why I said, even if it wasn't a parent, I totally understand that. But one, do they have enough, right? That's like saying police could come and just take your kid right now and question them. Do they have enough to, without permission at this point, the same way an adult gets to choose, like, right? Al doesn't have to be there. You can't force him to be there. And okay, if my minor child has to speak, I want someone representing them, right? That's not the cops. And it's not even about, do they have anything to hide versus I would be worried about my other child, you know? I don't know.
Still,
but I don't know.
I agree.
I'm still looking for your boy. So everything that I'm doing right now is totally for him and for you. I'm not looking at anybody as being
Harley was home
guilty of doing anything to him. You know, I'm looking for him.
Right on.
So if there's, you know, questions you have, anything like that, ask me. I'll tell you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm just kind of.
I know it's a lot.
I slept 2 hours in the past 2 days, so I'm trying not to get frustrated being in the room.
Right.
Straight up. I want to see my dog.
Well, if you want to come out, we'll get you out.
Yeah, I kind of don't want to be cooped up in here anymore.
Okay.
I'm not getting frustrated or upset or mad. I just.
No, I hear you. I just thought, well, maybe you needed a little bit of time just to think a little bit. And
no, I'm
if
good.
You're
now.
good. Well, we'll get you out.
I'm good. I mean, I do want to see Landon, and then of course, you know, I want to see my baby.
Well, we'll get you out here and sit you in the chairs right where we come in the door.
Okay.
And then as soon as she gets there, you'll see her as soon as she comes in the door.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna jump forward. Hopefully the audio syncs up. Okay, now this is with Bethel.
Fine.
I love Bethel.
She more is. I think maybe that
Blues.
Yep, that's right.
What does she mean? What does that mean? What does that mean to you?
It means it's a bunch of bullshit to me. That we can analyze it all day long. It's a bunch of bullshit.
What does she mean? Why does she think that you're lying the whole time? Lying about what?
I don't even know what. So we spent some time together this morning, right around, just looking, you know, for Gannon, just in case, you know, and then I honestly don't know what she's saying I'm lying about, because I don't remember ever making like a statement of fact or anything. I've been trying to piece together all the, and I was telling Mark, like, no cameras have him leaving from our house, and then the car's missing, and then, you know, here we go. She didn't show up. Y'all are talking shit about me, and she projects on me.
What did she say about the whole? When you called me, what is? Oh, this all in text.
Hey, call.
So Leticia is flipping it around, and Al is lying. Don't believe anything. That's you, Elena? I was wondering. Isn't that funny how, you know, small, it's, listen, it's the Tisha group, right? People love Tisha. But Tisha already flipping around. Don't believe anything Al says.
Well, let's go back up here. They have lied and treated. See, so this is how it always starts. It's always like we're a team, then it's the world's against me because I learned over the years with her just to stay kind of.
I'm happy I got you now.
Ride the roller coaster. And if I do that, she takes it personally. Like, first we're a team, and if I don't bite off and lose my mind on y'all, then it's like, well, you're not defending me.
You see what he just said? So I'll explain that. Unless I'm ripping y'all's head off and going at y'all, then I'm not part of Tisha's team. Like, it's either I'm on her side or your guys' side. Meanwhile, you guys are looking for my child.
In every facet of your life?
Every aspect of your life?
Absolutely every facet of my life, with my kids especially. So that which plays into this.
That's hard.
Hopefully not, but I mean, it potentially does.
Hey,
But it's like,
Lynn.
you know, I need to spend time with my kids. You know, my daughter has a soccer game. Come with me. No, you need to spend time with me. We need to go on a date. Now you're making me choose to go. You know, it's
Wow.
enough.
So Lena would have a soccer game, right? I want to go to the soccer game. No, you need to spend time with your wife. You need to spend time with your wife. She would make him choose between his children and her. Hi, Jennifer.
Petty, but like times
Those are
a million.
Okay.
Yeah. Not holding me, just getting on. We're gonna have you started. Okay, yeah. So you didn't. So Mark told me that we were being videoed and recorded, and I just let her know. I was like, you know, hey, here's the deal. And so you can start from there.
So you let her know that you're, and she said not. She said, why are they holding you there?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
And you said they're not holding me.
I am about to head that way. I need to. Yeah. So she said about to head that way. So
See, Leticia's guilty mind. Why are they holding you there? What? They're recording? We heard her through the other end of the freaking phone yesterday. But Al's like, they're not holding me here, Miss Guilty. I'm choosing to be here to answer questions in hopes to find my child. Alina. Thank you again so much, Alina. You're too much. Thank you.
Thank you. You love me. You really love me.
Welcome to all our new members. Hey, Blueberry.
And I thought Mark Herman had a couple conversations where she was flipping out on me. You know,
Okay.
What are they doing? Blah, you need a lawyer, whatever. But yeah, so she assumed they're holding me, and I'm like, no, I'm
Jennifer.
Mark. I'll answer any question you got. I don't care. I'm not worried about it.
So
but she didn't think that way.
Okay. So she's saying I need to finish trying to use the bathroom. What is that all
Stomach
about?
problems. That's legit.
She's got stomach issues.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting that everything Gannon struggled with, Leticia projected on herself, right? She has stomach problems.
And you say, okay, well, we'll see what they say. She says, why are they holding you there? You
Happy
tell
to
her
have you,
they're not
Jenny.
holding me, just getting all this recorded, I guess. She says, have you started? You say done, I think.
Yeah, I think Mark was in and out quite a few times.
Okay. And she says, so you did a recording without me. And you say, huh?
Yeah.
You did a recording without me. Tisha's mad. But meanwhile, he's told her since earlier today, get your butt in here. And she's like, yeah, I'm on my way. And then never shows up. Cece, hey, hit that thumbs up for MJ's amazing content. Cece in the hizzy. Thank you, Cece. It's been forever. Thank you so much, though. Love you. What is it called? She's mad that he would go. She screamed guilt from day one, moment one. Yeah, Bethel, oof, she was never giving into Tisha's shit, ever.
Like they have you separate and you aren't talking to the lady and you done yours. And you say, I reiterated what we said before. When you get here, I will sit in with you. And she says, you need to ask for an attorney. This doesn't make any sense. You should already be finished with your recording. They have lied and treated us like crap.
Tisha telling Al, you know what? We need an attorney. You need to get an attorney. You should already be done. There's no reason why they should be recording. They're treating us like crap. Scream. screams guilt. What? They haven't been treating you like crap. You got hot pockets, okay? But they're going to record everything when you're going in there. And he's asking, like, I don't know how Leticia didn't register that this is not going to look good.
Or say nothing. I'm about to head that way. And then you tell her to call.
Mm-hmm.
She says, what's going on? Where are you?
So
You said home.
Okay, let me think.
What time is that? That's at 6:16.
Okay, let me think. What questions did they ask? Same ones, and then this is where I stopped responding. So around this time, that's when I was looking for the car.
So you told her that you're at home, but
I was. I had some pizza. I was walking, because my unit brought some pizza. They're doing the food train thing or whatever. And I was walking out. Channel 5 was there. Can we do an interview or ask a few questions? Yeah, come on. I did that. And then I left. And
do it, Becky.
I think Harley told her, because I said home, and then she said, what questions did they ask you? I think Harley told her while the news was there that the news was there. Because that came across as I was answering the questions. So then when I said same ones, that meant same ones, because I did she was in the truck with me, and KRDO, we ran into them, and they wanted to do the same thing. Okay. So she understood same ones. Well, yeah, same ones how. So then...
Oh my God, you guys are too much tonight. Thank you, Cece. Congratulations to our new members. Please thank Cece if you just got a membership. Thank you so much. Hi, Iris. Yeah, right, Little Red?
I stopped
Thank you,
responding
Cece.
because at that point, I saw that the car wasn't where she said it was, and I was trying to get a hold of Mark, and then got a hold of you.
Okay. So she said, same ones how I need to talk to you, and why is Lena still with Harley? Hello, this is important. You're supposed to be my teammate, and we need to talk. And where are you? I don't know what's going on with you, but Harley is going to need to leave. What does Harley have to do?
You read it so much better than I do.
Well, it's upside down for you.
No, not reading it like how you're reading it. Anyway, sorry. Harley's going to need to leave. And she said you came and left.
She said you came and left.
Well, this plays into, I never know what Harley's got going on. I'm not allowed to be involved in the schedule or the responsibility.
Okay, so yeah, I know you guys keep your discipline and scheduling of the kids like separate, right?
Well, she does.
Yay, Michelle.
I try to do it all together.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, that's the.
So then she said.
So I don't know what Harley's got going on.
Welcome, Sprinkle Dog Nut.
And then
Thank you for being a member.
They were asked bad stuff about you.
Right.
That's why, I would assume said, a lawyer, where are you? Did you do those things? Why are you ignoring me and going to go and get Landon? I've been home to meet you like you said. I called. I called the lady and told her you are now missing off the face of this earth and was supposed to be going to get Landon.
What's going on with the energy, Debbie?
Lena and Harley said you left.
Hey, I'm
And
Kat.
then I went there and you weren't there. Well, Harley was supposed to help me meet this team. Is that a search team or something?
If she told me that, I don't remember. So I'm not gonna say she's lying about that. I just don't remember.
Okay.
So, but that's the kind of stuff.
What misinformation with Harley? I'm not seeing everything, so let me know what's going on.
That happens a lot. She's got something to do, doesn't tell me about it, and then holds me accountable.
Bethel is a badass.
For when it doesn't meet her agenda. So
okay.
Just to that's kind of some of the stuff we deal with.
I do know where you are and got worried. Or don't. I'm sorry. I just wanted to be with you afterwards. I'm looking for you. Are you okay? Well, I'm going back home. Then you say call me.
That was when I was in the thing with Mark.
And that's with Mark at 8:16.
And then she sent that.
Me too,
2 hours later.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she was there. The deputy said she wasn't. So, but
she is Dynamite. Yep.
She had girls were still there. She was somewhere in the rental car.
Okay. So tell me, I got a couple questions. Number one, do you have access? Which phone carrier do you use?
AT&T.
You use AT&T. Do you have access?
Well, Harley was a minor. I understand, Stevia, and I understand the frustration. Harley was a minor though, and her parent is a narcissist, and a very manipulative. And the way that I best started looking at Harley, because I felt a lot of weight towards Harley in the beginning, right? That's why I think it's so crucial to go through all the social media posts and the interview and the pretext calls to understand a lot of what I was basing my judgment off Harley was things that it really wasn't even Harley. It was Leticia posting under her account, Leticia using her phone, the fact that Leticia had her buy cleaning products. Now, with that being said, I still believe, like, hey, there should have been something in your head that you should have known something was up. But I stopped looking at Harley as a 17-year-old, and I started looking at Harley as a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 5-year-old, an 8-year-old, an 11-year-old. She was raised from day one by Leticia, and only Leticia. She wasn't even raised by two parents. And can you imagine how it formed her brain? It formed her reactions. It formed, you don't think she knew when to speak out, when not to speak out, when to overlook things, you know what I mean? And so I think we could sit here all day and be like, hey, she should have done this, she should, yeah, of course, but we're basing that off of someone who wasn't raised in that environment, what we would assume to do. A child being raised by an extreme manipulative narcissist, it's hard to put the expectations on her that we would put on someone not raised in that environment. But I understand, because yes, I feel like, hey, 2 and 2 doesn't equal 7. You should have known, right? But how much of it was actually in her control? Was she consciously aware and putting it out of her mind, or was subconsciously putting it out of her mind? You know, no, I understand, Steve, and we all do, right? We all like, hey, if they had just started trailing Leticia, if they could have caught her with Gannon. It's frustration. I get it. It's frustration.
Let's to that bill so you can see like who's communicating with who.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, we can look at Gannon's phone line and
remember I told you today that I checked when you all were going to dump the phone. I said I checked the phone record and it matched what was in the phone at that point. So
okay.
But yeah, you know what? Absolutely, you can guys. I can have any of that stuff.
There's an empty gun case at home, like a soft case for
Cryptek, like has black with a little gray camouflage on it.
Yeah,
that's for my gun. That's in my truck.
That's from your gun. That's in your truck. Okay.
Because as I told them, I brought my
Natasha.
I have an AR as well at home. I don't know if they found that, but I didn't want to have that in my truck. That is not good juju. So if I don't have a reason to have it in there.
That's a good way to put it.
Pistol I brought.
Lisa said Harley was trained by Leticia, not raised by Leticia. You can't have the expectation for her to act like an average teenager when she wasn't. And I think that's why it's really good. Oh, don't tempt us with a good time, Elena. Yeah, they found that there was blood on the car. There was blood drip on the back hatch. I don't remember exactly, like specifically. I don't want to say the wrong information. I could pull it up in the case files though. But yes, there was in the car. As far as what, I don't think it literally broke her shoulder versus injured her shoulder. And I believe it was after Leticia's Great Escape, and she tried, and they had to drag her to the hospital. And Leticia, from what I remember from the case file, like dropped dead body weight. If that's the time I think you're referring to.
Because I didn't want her to take my pistol. She likes to play with the pistols and stuff. Not in a dangerous way, but she likes to.
Does she have her own gun?
She has one. It's a green and black, like a princess green they call it, whatever. It's like a little teal looking color and
like
black.
A Tiffany.
Tiffany, yep, that's the one. It's Tiffany black, 9mm.
What make?
SNK, FK or something. I always forget what hers is. Mine is a Smith & Wesson.
FK.
FK maybe.
Okay, and how is Gannon's bed typically made up?
His bed?
Yeah.
He has so there's 2 beds in his room.
Okay.
On the right is guests or friends sleep over. She said right now, and I walked in today, there was a bunch of clothes laid out on it. I don't know what that was for.
Is that normal or no?
Not that much. Usually, like, not with Gannon, but with Lena, we lay her clothes out for the next day.
Mhm.
That way she can just get up and it's easy, get dressed. But with him, normally not like that. So that.
Does he pick his own clothes or does she lay them
Yeah,
out?
he picks them out and then we fuss at him because he wears the same thing 3 days in a row or whatever. He's a boy. But yeah, he goes down there and if we don't like it, he'll go put something else on.
Okay.
The other bed, he's got like sharks or fish bed suit right now.
And is that on his bed or?
It was. I mean, like I said, I walked down there this afternoon before I came here.
What did you see when you walked in there?
It looked a little bit more empty than normal. I'm making assumptions here. I just don't remember some things. You walk in. I don't know. You haven't been there, but have you?
No.
Okay. His bed. You walk in the door. His bed, guest bed. In the middle, I built him a little Lego table thing, and then the window. But he usually keeps a bunch of stuff over here, and there was nothing there. I just noticed it was kind of empty, but nothing alarming.
When you say stuff, what are we talking about? Like stuffed animals
No,
piled
like,
up, or
maybe video game boxes or Monopoly game, just stuff like that.
Okay.
And I didn't check his closet. It may have been pushed in the closet. Whatever. I'm just noticing the difference as I'm playing that game.
No, not that we know of on the prize.
Not much else other than the amount of clothes on the bed, and that looked a little empty. Did they notice something?
What about his bed? Was his bed made?
It looked empty because his bedspread, a pillow, and the sheets were gone and replaced with a different pair of sheets and just a throw blanket that you could tell doesn't even fit the bed. It's just a throw blanket. She does leave the bee. At this point, I think she doesn't know if Al's involved or not. This is the day after the murder. This is the first day she's speaking with Al, and I like that her guard is up. I like that she doesn't like what's going on here, and she's getting to the bottom of it. Yeah, Michelle. Yep.
Made?
Partially, maybe. If I didn't really.
If you don't remember, it's okay to say you don't know.
I looked at it and I didn't alarm me that it was all over the place. So.
Okay, so maybe like he just left it.
The comforter was on the top of the bed.
It's one of my words, okay?
Not perfect order necessarily, but
And that was today.
Yes, today.
Did you look anywhere else in the house?
Did they find him?
No, I'm just asking.
No,
did you look anywhere else in the house? Did you notice anything?
Did you guys catch that in chat? I'll rewind it a few seconds.
I'm just answering him. I caught it. Yeah.
I looked at it and I didn't alarm me that it was all over the place. So.
Okay, so maybe like he just left it.
The
like
comforter was on the top of the bed, and not perfect order necessarily, but
And that was today.
Yes, today.
Did you look anywhere else in the house?
Did they find him?
No, I'm just asking.
No,
did you look anywhere else in the house? Did you notice anything else about your house?
He said, "Did you find?" And my heart breaks because he doesn't know what they know. And what I want you to also realize, compared to all of the Leticia interviews, how many times have we heard Al ask throughout this day, have you gotten any information? Have you got anyone? Did you figure anything out yet? Have you found him? It's a question we never once heard Leticia ask. Did you find anything regarding Gannon? Any developments, any leads? Nothing, right? Yeah, we've heard Al ask numerous times now. And the way his heart, me too, W Doodles, the way his heart must have dropped and sank every time. Petrified what the answer would be.
It was really dirty. She's a neat freak, and there was stuff everywhere.
What do you mean by stuff?
There was comforters that had been washed and were by the front door. There was
interesting comforters that have been washed and by the front door. Thank you, Jordan. Hey, Margie. Thank you so much. I love your accent. New York City is my favorite. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. We know that the bedspread that was Gannon's. Welcome, Lisa. We're happy to have you here for your first only. Hi, Elena. Was in the suitcase with Gannon. The bed, I'll show you guys. The bed the next, oh no. Well, I'll grab it. But the bed, see, and I don't put it too much on a guy to be able to specifically point out, hey, what's different about that bed? You know, like maybe some guys would, but probably the only thing that stands out to Al is that bed looks different. Versus we as women were like, that's because it's a different sheet. A pillow is missing and the bedspread's missing. You can't tell that that's like a different throw blanket. Most guys wouldn't, you know, like, but it was very obviously not there. But what's interesting is him saying that there were a bunch of comforters by the door. Now, we do know there were a bunch of blankets that were originally included in the candle incident that actually had char, like they had soot on them. But I'm curious. He said that usually she was a clean freak. I don't believe that, but the house was a mess. Hey, Rachel. Hey, mate. Good to see you. Hey, Rachel. Thank you so much for 27 months of support. And it's lovely seeing you. Hey.
Usually I'm the one that has my army clothes and stuff on the ledge, but there was stuff all over the ledge that goes to the downstairs, the little banister or whatever.
Aw, yay, Terry.
Comforters that are
Green.
by the front door. Do you know who those comforters belong to? Which beds they
I
normally
think those
use?
are ours. She changes ours. She washes them all the time.
Okay. Is your washer and dryer upstairs, downstairs?
It's on the main floor, which is the upstairs.
Okay.
The basement is underground.
Okay.
Yeah, it's upstairs.
She ain't
You
no
guys have like a
freak.
ranch with a basement.
I guess, yeah. That's
Oh, Margie.
I don't know, like the house terms.
Or is it like a split
Hiya,
level whenever you walk
Rachel.
in?
It's come up. There's a main floor, and then there's a stairwell that
Yes,
goes down. And
Kimberly.
there's two bedrooms and
This day she
storage and
did.
a big open area.
Okay.
So,
So it sounds like it's a ranch with a basement.
I think so.
Is
yeah.
how you're describing it to me.
Lena's room was really dirty, but Lena said they were working through her clothes and
Oh, Missy.
redoing them.
Redoing them, how so, like
Thank you, Elena.
like
Tisha likes
going
them a
through
certain way.
Goodwill, or
No,
I
Lena's still learning how to
know.
like fold her clothes. And put them
Charlotte
neatly
doesn't
and
miss
stuff, and sometimes
anyone.
they pile up, and she hides the piles, you know. So, yeah, they were just. That's what Lena said. We're cleaning my room. Tisha was helping me, and then whatever
Right, you can
happened,
try.
and then they had to. You know, I think it was when they noticed Gannon was gone or whatever. That's kind of how Lena told it to me.
Okay.
Still wasn't home yet when all that was going down. But the kitchen was clean until my unit. Lena's still learning how to like fold her clothes and put them neatly and stuff, and sometimes they pile up, and she hides the piles, you know. So yeah, they were just. That's what Lena said. We're cleaning my room. Tisha was helping me, and then
Yay,
whatever
April,
happened.
congrats.
You know, I think it was when they noticed Gannon was gone or whatever. That's kind of how Lena told it to me.
She is, Jennifer.
Still wasn't home yet when all that was going down. But the kitchen was clean until my unit brought all the pizza and drinks on the counter. I mean, I'm not seeing anything way out of the ordinary. Is there something they found or?
No, I'm just asking from your perspective. I haven't been in your house.
Yeah.
And I just want to know from your perspective, was anything amiss in your house? Something that maybe I can direct my team who's out there to look at.
I'm pretty okay. So poor Al, he doesn't know if she's asking these questions. She already has answers. My heart's dropping for him. Hey, Abellis, thank you for 7 months. Hi everyone, I'm about busy but here looking. We miss you, Abellis. Thank you so much. Yeah, bless his heart. Every question he's asking it, he believes she's leading, right? Like she has the answer. Now, why she may, which I'm sure it's protocol to ask these questions before going in because they're about to execute the warrant, but more so because please do not forget, yesterday when we were watching the interview, hi Christina, Al mentions how Leticia brought his attention to point out blood on the light switch. So the fact that that he's telling them that there was blood, and Leticia pointed this out, they're even more so going to try to hone in, is there anything else we should be looking for? Any indicators of where we need to be looking?
Nothing that stood out to me out of the ordinary, other than like I said, clutter that she's usually like a neat freak. I didn't investigate. Even the bed had a bunch of stuff on it, which hurts. We usually make the bed, up neat.
But does she typically do her cleaning like whenever you're home, or does she do that whenever
it's like
you're
a steady? It's not like what I'm used to growing up. It's like you make a mess a couple days, week, 2 weeks, and then you have a cleaning day. She's like every day. It's got to be spick and span, or like.
I don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't believe that every day it had to be spick and span. What I think is Leticia just nagged him. And I noticed, hey, Victor, I noticed some chicks do this. I know we're always talking about toxic traits of females, but some girls just look to pick fights. So when I say that, I don't think Leticia was so much OCD cleaning versus you're really going to leave the dishes in the sink like that? The least you could do is unload the washer. Like the least you could do that. It's finding things to pick at. I think that was so much, because we saw the walkthrough of the house, and I'm not saying it was filthy, but it was not OCD.
They all have reasons, which that's her way. I'm not dogging her for that, but that's how she manages the house. So the fact that part of it, the fact that I came in, I had my luggage, but on the bed was whatever. I don't even remember what it was, but it was just chaos on our bed. And then
hi, Iris.
My stuff had been moved all around in the bathroom, but just onesies and twosies, and I was just like, but she always does that.
Maybe they'll run.
And then, like I said, the stuff on the ledge, and then the comforters. But I mean,
I'm not generalizing women. I'm generalizing toxic females. Not all females, but toxic females. And when I say that, I feel like most people know what I'm referring to. Not all females, but toxic ones. I feel like they all fit neatly into this nice little category. And hi, meat feeds.
Nothing great that I can think of.
Okay.
I feel like you're asking me something. I'm just not.
No, don't read into anything.
I have a bad habit of doing that.
It is purely because if there's something that is amiss to you, then I need to tell.
Did he tell you about the light switch thing?
Yes, Detective Riley told me about the light switch thing, but when you get a little bit of time to think about things, then other things might come back to you, at a later time, and you say, "Oh, well, this is important. I should mention that." So that's all we're doing.
Right. Yeah. The candle thing. Have you heard that story?
You told me about the candle thing at Starbucks, so go over that again.
Yeah, Bushi.
Apparently, because Gannon was, and I never ended up talking to him. Now that I think about it, it was all text message.
No, Little Red.
But she told me the story how he spilled the candle, sent me the picture.
What did she send you a picture of?
The floor with candle wax all over it.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I still have it.
I showed you guys that photo.
So I might need a charger before long if you guys got one.
Yeah, we can arrange
so
that.
I can access all this stuff. Yeah.
We'll never know the candle incident.
That was the couch.
Hi, Pesa.
No big deal. But then that is, so that's the candle spill.
Now ask yourself why Leticia took a photo of that, which, you know what? I won't sit here and say it's out of the realm of possibilities to grab a photo of it versus she grabbed a photo and recorded everything throughout these days. It was like proof. She was using it as proof.
It looks like it's been burning for quite a time in there.
I guess, but the black part doesn't make any sense because I don't remember signing the black. But whatever. I mean,
is that burned, Sammy?
What?
Is that burned?
It may be.
Or scorched?
It may be. But so I come home today and I'm like, hey, what's up with the spot? You said you fixed it or whatever she said she did to it. I go over and now there's the size of these squares right here. There's a big. She cut the carpet, cut the padding, and now I'm left.
You know, this detective's her ears are perking the fuck up, and it's kind of interesting looking at this and observing it from the outside. No, he won't, Rachel. How Al is simply mentioned, you could tell the candle incident is not even in the forefront of his mind. Yet the investigator, you're telling him, you're showing him damage, right? This candle incident, you're talking about a big square piece of the carpet cut out. You know, her ears are perking up. Yes, they did. There was blood found underneath, which again is going to make us go crazy regarding the candle incident with trying to figure out what injuries did Gannon suffer on Sunday evening? What injuries with the candle incident? We also know hydrocodone was in his system at the time of his murder, administered within 24 hours. She took these photos, okay? I am under my theory, I'm under the belief that, based specifically also on things we even just heard yesterday, where Leticia staged 2 break-ins in their relationships, going so far as to hanging Al's hammer up from a string. And then it admitted to one of them that she staged, okay? I think this was a staged event. I think the intentions were to get Al to come home. Something went too far. Gannon was already detailing things with his doctor. Al was already detailing these things with the Gannon doctor. Al had one foot out the door. I think something was staged to the point where it went too far, and Gannon would be able to speak for himself, and she couldn't risk that. And so the only option left in her mind was to make sure Gannon could not. But I wanted to show you guys the bed and how off it was. I'll try to keep Gannon out of it. But as you could see, what his bed looked like the morning of the murder to the left. He had the shark pillowcase and sheets, that blanket over. That was the bed to the right. Now, to a guy, it's like, the bed looked a little weird. Yeah, to us, we're like, there's a whole pillow missing. He started with 2. His bedspread is missing, and it's different sheets and a pillowcase. So, yeah, she took that American flag throw blanket that you'd usually keep on the side of a couch and threw it on his bed. Okay? And his bed was pulled away from the wall because she would have moved it to clean, and she didn't push it up against the wall fully again. Totally different, Little Red. Yep, Tabitha gave it away for sure. Okay, you see all the blankets around. The candle is not broken, but you could even see the blood beneath where it's charred. Well, more than charred. It's burned. But the fire expert testified this is a fire retardant carpet. It would have taken a very, very high amount of heat for a very, very extended amount of time to create this type of burn. You could see the mark on the couch the detective just asked Al about. Okay. Oh, that's a hard question, Meat Feets. If I could ask Leticia 3 direct questions and actually get the honest answers, what questions would they be? That's really hard. I would want to know what the details are of the candle incident. I'd want to know why she drove around during those 4 hours. What were her intentions? And the third one, why the overkill? She did not just murder him, she murdered him 5 times over. Why? See, I feel like that why, we already have the answer. Now it's not an answer we are ever going to resonate with, Julie. That's why we can't accept that answer. But I feel like she's given that answer. She's made it abundantly clear. She thinks she deserves to be praised for being a stepmom. Meanwhile, we are listening to Al detail how she wouldn't even be home majority of the time. The kids would fend for themselves. She did not have control over Al anymore. Al was not even attracted to her anymore. She knew that. She felt that. She was never going to replace Landon. She hated that. The only people who were there that she could control were those children. So the why, the answer to the why, we will never accept, because that is no answer at all. But in her mind, she is justified for what she did because she is an amazing stepmom. And if it wasn't for her, Al wouldn't have even had those kids, which is not true.
Because she's not on the lease and she knows that. Now I'm left there. I'm gonna have to explain it to the landlord. You know, I wasn't there. She cut a hole in the cupboard. Yay. So,
Okay.
But whatever. I mean, I can handle that. But it's just part of the story that just doesn't make any sense. My son knows better than to have a candle sitting on the couch.
Well, and that's the thing, Harlot. You know, he wasn't. And, you know, the security, the movements I showed you guys, that's the murder. You're looking at the murder laid out in a screenshot. Their movements for the security alarms. From what we can see, it does not appear that she used 3 weapons. The sharp object used to stab him 18 times. Blunt force trauma, and then the gun. She used 3 different weapons. It does not appear that she had them all at one time. It appears as if she made movement. She went up, down, up, down, up, down. That's why I'm like, why? What were you doing? I know, Elena, I can't. See, the drugs, I feel like I know. Debbie Doodles, I don't, it's either one or 2 things. She originally administered it to him to knock him out for the candle, but he didn't stay knocked out and he woke up. Or I think we know he had some type of injuries after the candle incident, and I think she administered it to him to get him to knock out while she thought of what she was going to do. That is why she takes the 2 proof of life photos on the Monday morning. And there's 5 minutes in between each photo, yet Gannon is basically in the same position, just his hand moves a little bit. He looks very bad. Everyone speculated whether or not Gannon was even alive in that photo. He looked very, very poor. Now, a child would not usually be able to stay asleep in a freezing cold, smoke-filled basement with burns, especially with Leticia standing there. She stood over him for at least 5 minutes and took those photos, and he stayed asleep, which tells me he was most likely medicated at that point, while she scattered and figured out what she was going to do. And she texted the school and said, my stepfather was hit by a car and was killed. She's texting Al saying, I want to keep Gannon out from school. She was going crazy. The Google searches.
to go along with the story, she's saying he felt like he was smelling bad because he was having tummy problems or whatever we talked about, and he wanted the candle to.
Now, I understand that he gets constipated, and then whenever he gets constipated, you guys have to do this regimen of Miralax to get him to get things moving again. Now, does that cause him to have diarrhea afterwards?
So what happens is she uses his Miralax for once, so I don't give it to him regularly. So I would like I should be, and that's something I should have stopped.
Wow. So Leticia uses his Miralax. So Gannon doesn't even get his Miralax as prescribed because Leticia takes it.
A long time ago, but nonetheless, he's been doing better because I've been trying to do like probiotic gummies and activity yogurt and stuff that's more natural, and it works. He's having trouble remembering to do it, so it's a constant thing.
Right.
We're working on him to get to that point. But he does get clogged up, and the diarrhea and the little teeny accidents kind of happen first. And then that's the signal that, like, okay, we're going to have one bad day. It's not really diarrhea. It's that, I'm trying to be gross here, but, I mean, he just has one big, huge piece that's like, how does that even come out of a human, kind of thing, especially a little guy like that. And then, he's back good for a couple weeks, and then here we go again. Actually, it's kind of spread out. It's more like every couple months now.
Okay.
And I try to do healthy veggie eating sometimes, but he loves rice and stuff. So try to balance what he eats so he doesn't get clogged up from what he eats so much. But it was getting in the weeds here.
But it sounds like that would make him pretty uncomfortable. So that in itself would be a reason why he wouldn't go to school, right?
If that were true, if that were the case at that point, I hadn't really noticed because you can kind of see when he's getting really bad, his stomach will be, a little swole or whatever.
This interview is on the 28th, so it's the day after Gannon's murder, but it's the day before Leticia's interview. So it would be this night into the next morning, where Leticia is texting Bethel at 2 a.m. saying, okay, so what if I do have something to tell you? And hypothetically, if I had a friend who, let's say, was cheating, like you couldn't share that, right? And so they planned to come in at 10 a.m. Leticia did not get there till very late with the car still wet from being washed.
I don't remember seeing that before I left. That's the thing. I'm not necessarily questioning the fact that it happened, but she also likes to do her own method with the medicine, which is like, I'm gonna give him like 3 or 4 scoops of Miralax all at once. I might have mentioned that earlier today, and then that's how we're gonna fix it. And then it makes it even worse because he can't get it out, but he's got all this other stuff going on, and it's horrible for the little guy.
Oh my goodness. That is horrible because if he's already constipated, and we've had this conversation before, yes, you can have constipation and diarrhea at the same time. Extremely painful. Majority of people know what it feels like when you're struggling with diarrhea and the stomach cramps and pain you have, right? Until you relieve yourself. Now imagine you have that diarrhea, but it's blocked off from constipation. It is extremely painful. And the fact that she would load him up with Miralax as if that Miralax is going to work on constipation that is already basically right at your butt, like it's not going to work on that stool. It's going to work on the one that's still forming. And so it's cruel. It's another, on a smaller scale, but it's the torture she put this boy through. It's horrible.
When was the last time that you had to excuse him from school?
For his, he actually, first semester, perfect attendance.
Okay.
Second semester, they were tardy once. She was down. That was when we had that snowstorm, like in October, whenever the first snowstorm of the year. That was really bad. She was down, and they missed a couple of days, snow days, but then they were late one day. And then the only other time they missed was December 20th, they flew to see her for Christmas break.
Okay.
That I could think
Mom.
of.
They
Yes,
flew
I
to see
say
their mom.
I heard Landon, yeah, Mom. So we went to see Star Wars when it opened, and then I put them on a plane and said goodbye
Okay.
for Christmas.
What about in January? Has Gannon been absent from school at all?
I don't think so.
Who excused him on Monday, yesterday, whenever he didn't go to school?
Yeah,
Because I
Rachel.
was in Oklahoma, remember? I was there for my training, and she decided that because his stomach was happening, you know.
Okay.
But no, I don't even want to speculate the why, because if all this is,
It could be. I don't know.
yeah, it could be truly the stomach, or it could be
but
part of
from
the plan.
Your knowledge?
Yeah, Bushi.
It is the tummy troubles. Is that what she told you?
That's what she told me,
It
and then that's
really
what I
is,
received
Christina.
from the text that
Yeah.
came from his phone.
Okay.
So
Why do you think he would have Swisher Sweets in his backpack?
he wouldn't.
Yeah.
I don't. I've yet to reason through find a reason why. It's blowing my mind, because his mama smokes, and she'll tell you that he hates it that she smokes, and he begs her to stop. Nana, which is her mama, same way.
Mm-hmm.
Right here's the text message that Amy told you about.
Leticia texts Bethel.
Give me just a second, okay?
Okay.
I will be right back.
Oh, poor Al. Poor Al. That must have made his stomach drop. I can't even imagine as a parent. And the way she went, like nothing against Bethel, but as dad, oh no.
Here's the text message that Amy told you about.
Give me just a second, okay?
Okay.
I will be right back. Do you need water when I come back? Okay.
You didn't, con artist?
And I really, 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 really hate not having this whole interview. But we will. And probably by Tuesday.
Becky P, you said, I missed what Amy said. Do you mind repeating? So, Leticia at one point texts Detective Bethel saying, "What more do you want from me? Your own people are telling me that, you're setting me up and all these things, completely delulu." And Detective Bethel's response to her is, "Please come in so we can talk."
So that Amy is right. That's exactly what Leticia. Let me see if I can pull it right up here, actually. Oh, there's so many. Why is there so many? Okay. What more do you want from me? Bethel. No, Bethel is too common. Bethel's too common. No. What word can I use to search for those texts? What word can I use? Text. Jeez Louise. I want to show you guys. Diet. Diet. That's what I'll search because she says I would like a Diet Coke, please. Here. Booyah. Sorry, I'm so excited. That was it. Leticia said she wanted a Diet Coke. That isn't said. That's said 11. The word diet is said 11 times throughout the case files. Fun fact. So, I have no idea, Kimberly. Diet. I remember it. Okay. So here, because I remember thinking, because Bethel was like, you want a Coke or something? And she's like, diet. And I was thinking to myself, like, you bougie bitch. Just like take the normal Coke. Okay. Okay. So, but this is when she's on her way. Crap, this is when she's on her way. Text messaging me. No, I want the 2 a.m. ones. I want the 2 a.m. ones. What can I... On the 28th? Crap. They don't keep, and that's what sucks with the case files is that they're all not in chronological order. Crap. Come in tomorrow. She said tomorrow morning. Yes. Yes. Got it. Got it. Okay. Ooh, but where's the start? Okay, whatever. Leticia starts with basically like what? Hi, Susie. Hey. Leticia had started basically with what that Amy just said. Like, what more do you want from me? Like, people are telling me not to trust. You know what? Let me look for trust. Yeah, it's the same one. Trust. Okay, look at this. Well, no, that's February 26th. Oh, well. Okay. So Leticia sends Bethel a text. And then from tonight into tomorrow, meaning the time of the interview, this is what Leticia sends Bethel. So this is before Leticia goes in for the interview. After this interview with Al, this is that night, okay? So at 2:08 a.m., so hours in the future from this interview, 2:08 a.m., Leticia texts Bethel, can we talk soon? I appreciate all your hard work. That's a good one, Rose. Can you search like that much? What more do you want? But she made typo errors. No. More do no, I don't know. Okay. So 2:08 a.m. Can we talk soon? I appreciate all your hard work. I have information. So it was hours after this interview that Leticia decides to switch her story, okay? Gannon was upset about the candle. I didn't know that he had cut himself with it. Oh, Beth, Bethel would have been like, dude, what the fuck, okay? Because he had on a blue undershirt and long sleeves. And he had a small burn area. I did too. When we came back inside from the smoke, there was blood on both of us. I didn't know what to do. I was scared I would get fussed out about it, and I didn't know if he should go to the doctor. I kept trying to add the candle thing, but Gannon kept saying it was small and minor. I was scared the basement was smoky, and when I threw the covers on everything, we both had blood. You don't understand how hard it is to be a stepmom. I get judged for everything, and he was scared for being grounded. So then the next day, well, this is where I need to talk to you. Bethel at 2:15 a.m. Okay, can you come in? Leticia. Yes, sorry. I wasn't ever hiding anything from you. You don't understand the pressure I get put under about not doing enough. Could you trust in me and let me meet you in the morning? I am so tired. I still haven't slept. We can talk in the morning. Is there anything I should know since we are still looking tonight? Leticia. I did not hurt Gannon. I did not put him in harm's way. That's not what she asked. She asked, is there anything that could help with the search, right? Bethel said, is he hurt? Leticia says, I don't think he is because I am keeping faith. But I really, really need your help to make sure everyone knows I would never hurt him and did not in any way. What time can you come in today after you sleep? I don't want you upset with me for all your hard work and everyone else's. And I ask that you please protect our house and us from anything that may be dangerous for giving any extra info to us. And as soon as I wake, as soon as you wake, because you could just stroll right into the interviews. They're out searching for Gannon. You need to arrange a time, Miss Ma'am. Bethel says, what information do you have? I can't protect anyone from anything if I don't know what it is. Come in at 10 a.m. at the OTS 27. Leticia says, okay, I'll be there. And can you please not get me for not giving all the details that I knew to you at first? I know people do it a lot and it gets frustrating for you, but I'm a victim as well. And I didn't want to be forced to take a test, at least at some doctor's office. Bethel says, we can talk more about that when you come in. Leticia says, do you have to release personal info to media and online? Like, as in with me? Say, for example, a friend of mine had an abusive spouse, so she had to cover up everything. Asking for a friend. Bethel, I don't release information. Okay, and say she is working but is off having quiet time. Okay, thank you. My husband wouldn't have ever looked at me the same knowing what happened to me. And I couldn't tell you in front of him. And I know he would act in a violent manner. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Do you know how horrible this is? When she's actively searching for Gannon this night, it would be the same night of this interview. I meant today. Bethel says, okay, see you soon. We will talk later. Please get some sleep. And Leticia says, okay, and just so I don't forget, let me add this on so I can remember to tell you. Landon and I were working together because Al always works. So I will explain things that you may have been concerned about, but we were and had a plan because even though she wasn't the best, it was more that what Al did because he was working or sleeping and didn't spend any time with them. Yeah, that's how you would act in this moment, right? Leticia, KK. All right. And then when it was time to like actually show up the next day, on my way, okay. My family's in danger and getting harassed. Resend the address. I found it. How long till you're here? 10.8 miles. Would you like coffee or soda? Diet. Parking. Thank you. Okay, where are you? Dude, she didn't show up till noon and she was supposed to come at 10 a.m. What were the word you guys told me to search? It was your people. It's okay. We get the gist of it. We get the gist of it. It's okay. Own. No, that's too common of a word. Melissa, I'm such a dum-dum. We get the point. We get the point. In the blues? There's nothing for blue. Oh, blue. No way. All right. I don't know why it's not picking that up. Okay.
Completely blue. And Detective Bethel's response to her is, please come in so we can talk. Please come in and talk with me. I think maybe that's the message that she got. She sent that script. The other thing I wanted to say is, it's interesting to watch the difference between the male detective, Detective Riley, how he interacts with Al, and how Detective Bethel interacts with Al. Detective Bethel is more commanding and leading and no nonsense. And even when Al will ask a question, she'll completely breeze by it and continue with her own. She's taking full charge.
It's
and last
true.
night,
Bethel was.
Eric and I were talking about this, but a few minutes ago, I kind of thought, well, maybe Al also took that
between jail and prison. The back
knows better than I do. And she's like, well, he just
I feel
knows.
so bad for him.
said, and they'll have to the doctor.
The limited battery, but sorry. I know you have limited battery, but can you log in and into your AT&T account and see just if there's any activity on Gannon's phone, on his line, and
right now?
Yeah, and then Tisha.
So just realize that Leticia in that moment had text because she knew Leticia knew Al was there. Leticia at this point would know from Harley that they came and took Lena and that Lana was down there. So she sends Bethel a text. What more do you guys want from me? Okay, that's what happened.
And you just, if you don't mind, let me take a gander at it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that Amy, I didn't know that Amy. Do you guys remember how I would always talk about a channel, WTAF, Wicked Truth and F-Bombs? I would talk about that channel, about how like they did a lot of coverage of it. Apparently, she's one of the hosts from WTAF. I didn't know that for the longest time.
No, I'm just, you know, and these numbers probably won't even stick out to me, but it's just like a starting point for me to look at, you know?
We have an inception of Elena, look.
They don't know.
A dilemma.
What's that?
Sorry, they don't know where Leticia is, and this is why I think that's what just transpired, that Leticia texted Bethel. So Bethel is like, okay, she's texting me. Let's pull up the phone records and see if we can get a hit on where she is or who else she's calling or anything.
Hey, Anon. Yeah, Amy's right. Is it going? Why isn't it going?
You got how long you guys gonna be done, and there's gonna be conflict if Tisha's there.
Oh dear Lord.
Listen to this close.
Okay.
When we all get back, so I don't know what the best way to. So I got a dilemma.
What's up?
My mom's on the way. I don't know if she's left the airport in Denver yet. You got how long you guys gonna be done, and there's gonna be conflict if Tisha's there when we all get back. So I don't know what the best way to manage that is.
I don't know where Tisha's at.
Well, until she doesn't, she has the right to come to the house.
Yes.
So
Adrian.
I can't. My mom,
Elena.
my sister is on the way. Landon, that's gonna be a hot button because they were all. I told Tisha, said I kind of don't care what you think in this scenario. Everybody's coming to the house. We'll crash. We'll figure it out. And that was just the right thing to do because Landon.
It was the right thing to do.
She's not doing well for herself right now. I'm not being mean, but she can't afford $100 a night as long as this is going to take. So, trying to do the right thing, but like I said,
I have a lot of respect for him for that. No matter what your status is, you share children. And I have respect that he was aware that Landon couldn't afford that money, but nothing else mattered except being under the same roof and let's find our child. But I can't imagine, the amount of stress he had just being in this situation, but knowing his mom's coming in, Landon's here, and we're all going back to the house with Tisha. Tisha, where's Tisha? All we know is that she's flipping the fuck out, and we're all going back to this house. This is a lot of stress.
That it's going to be bad. Now that she's accusing me of all this stuff, it's going to be.
Why would she? Why would she go on to that? Just immediately start accusing you of stuff.
Because I always get accused of stuff. I mean, to the point where and I'm gonna play a stop card. I'm just painting a real picture here. I really don't have any friends because if I have a friend that's a guy, then I'm putting him above her. If I have a friend that's a girl, then I'm screwing her. Obviously. And
she was so insecure.
So, that's everybody. Can't have guy friends because then I play too much golf or I, go to the ball game or whatever I do, which, so I just, and I love spending time with my kids anyways. So, I kind of just stay home and she does whatever and, whatever. So anytime I blow the program, and stand up for myself, then it's chaos. I'm at 7%, so we're gonna try to get through this. My wireless. Check usage. Any other questions while I'm looking?
No, I don't think so. I think we've pretty much covered everything. Would you be opposed to sharing your login information with me so I can look remotely?
Yeah.
From a computer here in case we. Again, it's up to you.
No, that's fine. I'm good with that. I'm sitting here trying to remember it. It's the problem. I think I got.
Understand that.
In fact, it might be.
You got all my stuff written down because there's too many.
Yeah, I keep it in my notes here.
I guess his login to his phone, his iCloud. I'm not sure, Harlot, but they would be able to access his stuff remotely even after he leaves, which, guilty or not, I wouldn't want anyone going through my shit, but if it was my kid, I'd take it, right? Take it.
That one's in there though. Username I know is pretty sure. If not, I could sit there with you and figure out the password, and then you can hold on to it.
Yeah, bean feathers.
If you can access AT&T and just verify that that's good.
Yeah, AT&T.
That would be cool.
I guess. Let's see. Go online.
Yeah, JD Wells.
Because my app logs in automatically.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, so it might log me out automatically here. Let's see. Can I tell you something?
Sure.
I'm tired. I'm not blaming you per se, but you're not really helping me out.
I can imagine.
Ooh. Ooh. So he said, "Can I tell you something?" And she said, "What?" He's like, "I'm tired." And I feel him. I feel him right there. It was genuine, right? And it's such a sharp contrast from when we're looking at Leticia. And she's so closed off and guarded and gives you everything but an answer. Yet Al is very forthcoming and transparent. And yeah, Bethel, knowing now Al was innocent, we could be like, oh, Bethel was so, like uptight. But she didn't know what his involvement was. All that she knew is that something isn't adding up here and I don't like it. And I need to get to she was on Gannon's side. Okay. But he says, you're not really helping me out here, And I get that, like she has a completely different energy than the first male detective. And the questions were nerve-wracking because when she asked those type of questions, all of the answers are running through Al's mind, yet he's not getting the answers. And so I just feel for him a lot right here.
I'm not blaming you per se, but you're not really helping me out.
I can imagine. What do you want to do about Tisha with everybody? I don't have the authority to kick her out of her house.
Well, she's not on a lease.
But she is standing there.
Yeah, she's there now.
No, I'm not saying she is or she isn't. I don't know where she is, but legally she is standing there. So
yeah, that's my point. So like, who doesn't? My mom, my sister, Landon, and her brother.
Right.
So, I mean, I could ask her not to. That's gonna make her flip out even more, So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I know she may go in and just crash and go to bed, but not with all that's transpired. And why I got that text is she feels threatened now because I'm not talking to her, and she knows that I know she lied to me about coming here. You know what I mean? And I tried to call her.
Did she tell you that she came here physically?
Yeah, she said that she said she was on the way, and then you read it like she said that they're trying to pin things on you, or you need a lawyer, or whatever exact verbiage was. Passwords.
Wow. Well, she has little, and again, I know it's from now. We're like, we know he's not involved, but Bethel didn't know he wasn't involved at that point. You know what I mean? So I know it's frustrating watching it now, and like, oh, she was hard on him, but she didn't know.
The username, is that capitalized or anything in any particular order, or does it matter?
That's what it says. That's what it is in my saved password. So that should work. I gave you.
Okay.
Username password. So.
Let's try that.
Yeah.
I think she knew Tisha was involved, but she wasn't sure about Al yet.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
I mean, that's why I ask you questions because, I've dump trucked on you guys.
It's fine. If other stuff comes up,
yeah,
you just let us know. You have our numbers, so.
I mean, I really can't think of anything that wouldn't just say the same thing over again.
Okay.
I don't like being
no,
petty,
Maggie, but she was in the passenger seat.
I mean, I'm just You know, I mean, big picture, I just want to get my boy back. And I know you guys are working hard. We're just all working together.
We want your boy back too.
But, you know, awkwardly, and this is not information, I just feel like he's all right now. It's weird because I feel like now that I feel like that, I think she.
Oh. Oh.
We want your boy back too.
But, you know.
Sorry, my microphone was muted again, but I want to talk about that statement he makes right here.
Awkwardly.
Hey, Pink Puma.
This is not information. I just feel like he's all right now. It's weird because I feel like.
Offhand says he's
warm.
As horrible as that is, you know, that is heartbreaking. He had a feeling, you know, in his stomach like he's all right now. But he was no longer in pain. And he was no longer being abused and tormented.
I mean,
and no, oftentimes we say, I know it's information.
I'm not
like being petty.
Well, I'll run that back just a few seconds and then we'll.
Thank you, Carrie Beth. Thank you. I couldn't stay long this evening, but I love to hear the lives and support this channel. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Carrie Beth. That's so kind of you. Thank you so much. Hey, Angel.
Let him finish out because it's about over.
Okay. I don't like being petty, but I know you gotta have details in this situation. But I mean, I'm just, you know, I mean, big picture, I just want to get my boy back. And I know you guys are working hard. We're just all working together.
We want your boy back too.
But, you know, awkwardly, and this is not information, I just feel like he's all right now. It's weird because I feel like now that I feel like that, I think she's done it. And I'll just be straight with you with the car thing and all this other stuff.
Done what?
Taken him or done something is involved somehow that.
See, he doesn't even know.
I feel like I'm not worried about an unknown entity. Like he walked off and somebody grabbed him.
I'm not worried about another entity. I'm not worried about someone walking him, you know, grabbing him and walking off. You want to know what's even worse? Is that it gave him a little comfort thinking Leticia was involved to the point of he's okay. She must have staged something. He never even registered that it could be what it was.
Because it's just none of that added up. They walk around the neighborhood all the time. You know, kids are walking at night all the time. And in our section of the neighborhood, you just don't have, I've never seen that happen.
Okay.
So, I mean, you understand my train of thought there? So, like, the neighbors said they didn't see the footage. None of it adds up. None of it added up the whole time. Even the bath salts. I mean, short of saying she sent that stuff, it just doesn't sound like him, you know?
Was there something, was it the bath salt comment per se, or was it the verbiage he used, like how just he typed it?
Kind of the whole thing. Because he didn't even try to call me. Usually when he's hurting, like I said, he's a real tender guy. When he's hurting like that, he'll call me and tell me about it, and then he'll play the part, and they'll be like, "Hey, can we please tell when you know," or whatever, you know, whatever. But he'll at least call me and try to get some comfort out of it. And there was none of that. So, not saying it is. I'm just saying it just doesn't. None of it adds up.
That just didn't seem right.
Yeah. Even in the moment, and she didn't. Oh, we didn't finish before you walked out. The cigarette thing or cigar thing. Yeah. I mean, he's totally against drugs and because of drugs and, you know, smoking and stuff because of what his mom and dad.
Where would those have come from?
like I said, the funny thing is I asked her to check his book bag earlier. Like as soon as the bath salt thing came up, I said, put all of our bath salts away.
Al asked her to check the book bag, and originally she said she did already, and then switched it up and said, oh, no, she hadn't, but Harley's going to look, right? Because we have to have Harley find that treasure suite. But Leticia is always getting the ideas from the person. The same way, I'm not going to tell you how I was raped, but you ask me yes or no questions, and I'll let you know if that's what happened or not. Like, you feed it to me. Same thing with all those pretext calls. It was Al saying, like, did an accident happen? And then all of a sudden the narrative turns into, yeah, actually an accident did happen. He put the idea in her head.
Way that we use for taking baths, and go check his book bag, you know, so he doesn't get it anymore if he has it, and then see if he has anything. She said she didn't in the moment, but then Harley happened to check it later on, and then magically here's these things that fall out. But you see, I mean, now that you know a little bit about more of the manipulation, like this is what I have to sort through on every aspect of my life. Like, did some kid give him the cigarette or cigars on the bus? Say, try one of these, they're good or something, you know, they smell good. Maybe. But she's done stuff like this over and over.
What do you mean? Like manipulated physical things?
Manipulated physical things, manipulated situations across the board.
How so?
So I went over it with Mark. And I'm very in tune with like touchy subject, maybe, I don't know, but like sexual harassment, sexual assault, stuff like that. In the military, I've dealt with that on the investigation side myself, being an investigation officer for stuff like that. And I know it's very touchy subject. It's very convoluted sometimes. But when I met her, she quit a job because she claimed a sexual harassment. I don't know if she claims she won. I don't know. I don't know the truth. Okay, then she, in like the first 2 to 3 years of her marriage, she had like 8 jobs. Like, she had one for 1 year, and then she had one for a week and a half, 2 weeks, quit because she claimed the superintendent used a racial slur because she's Native American. They used a racial slur, unfounded. She lost her license because she walked out. Then she had, temporarily got it back somehow. And
amazing how many times Leticia claimed that she was sexually assaulted, right? And yeah, she claimed she won, of course. I've never seen a marriage, such a disconnect in a marriage. Like, this was not a marriage at all.
And had a job for a month in another city, quit that, and then got another job. She's a teacher, and she's got a pretty stacked educational resume.
Yeah, that was a lie too.
And she keeps doing this. Then I went to Alaska, and she didn't work. She just lived off of what I was making with the premise she was coming, but never did, kind of thing. Just basically took advantage of what I was making, and went to Florida, went on cruises, and just living the life while I'm up in Alaska. And then she came to Alaska intermittently and did the same thing again. Sexual harassment claim against like the highest guy on my unit, like the commander. And but the way she did it that time, she came to me, and we have like mandatory reporting like anybody else, and there's certain people and certain avenues of approach we take. But she came to me knowing that I would defend her because I'm her husband, and I mean I had to. So that's part of the reason why I'm here.
Right.
Was because, and they never found anything, but because of the situation, they're like, okay, we'll bring you down here, same unit, just different states. So brought me down here, and then I get here, and she takes $8,000 out of the bank account, and then gives it back to me. Says she used it on this, but then gives it back to me like $500 at a time, and I'm still paying off the debt that was supposed to pay off.
So she steals $8, and I still can't figure out, what did she spend the money on? I know she's a very materialistic person, and I know, like, so, but I can't imagine taking $8,000 and just dumping it to where when you get caught, you have to pay back in 500 increments. Yeah, Elena, she purposely kept him in the dark, confusion, gaslighting, lying, manipulating, Al mentally dissociated because she'd made him crazy. Yeah, she abused him. This is abuse, absolutely. Yeah, sexual harassment is a very common claim by narcissistic women. It's just so it's so bizarre. And I've heard the online gambling and stuff. I don't know.
Kind of deal. And then yeah, I can go on.
Okay.
So a lot of manipulation across the board. That's just in a professional life, but like this stuff, like you saw here, I'd say almost daily. And I just blow it off. I probably shouldn't. I probably should have, would have, could have. But you know, I don't allow myself to get sucked into it. Let's put it that way. But it's constant. And then like some of the stuff that's come up, like they saw Gannon running on whatever she said, Academy and Fountain. She's the only person that said that, to my knowledge.
Okay.
You know, whatever. So.
All right. Well, I
She's a
appreciate you
monster.
sharing that background with me because I wasn't privy to that when you talked to Mark. So, I'll get you back up front. I'm gonna see if I can find a charger for your phone so it doesn't go completely out on you. And if there's anything else, then we can come back in and talk again.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you just let me know because you got all the questions.
All right.
I got all the answers. Well, are you holding this here for a reason? I feel like you are.
I'm not holding it. You can see.
I think that's where Al's ends. Yep.
So at the very end, as they're walking out of the room, he says, "Are you holding us here for a reason?" And she says, "We're not holding you." And it's kind of, I don't know if you could hear it or not. I didn't hear it until Amy pointed it out to me this morning. Thank you so much, Donald.
Pointed what out? I want to hear it. I want to know. Tell me.
Did you guys hear that, or you want me to
Jump back,
rewind it
please.
and you can
Rewind us, please. I didn't hear
Why
it.
don't you roll it back so they can hear it?
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you just let me know because you got all the questions.
All right.
I got all the answers. Well, are you holding this here for a reason? I feel like you are.
Yes, I feel like you are.
I mean, it's faint because they're literally out of the room when it's being said, and it's no big deal. No, you're not blocked, Mark. I'm reading your comment right now.
Yeah, what did she say?
And the audio is bad because the video's not matching up with the audio, so they're already at the threshold of the interview room. They're leaving the interview room or standing there, and he says to her, "You seem to have all the questions and none of the answers." And he's like, "Are you holding me here for a reason?" And she says, "I'm not holding you here."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, all right. We heard that part. Well, again, it's in my opinion, that's because Al had that feeling. He already had that feeling in his stomach. Something's wrong here. And so he was almost waiting for them. And yes, Bethel's attitude was way different than the first detective who was in there, who was more submissive, laid back, calm, okay. And so it's almost like he thinks Bethel knows something already. Hey, Sarah M. But yeah, this is sad. It's so sad. And I feel like, I don't know, like this case had such transparency with it, like it had no rando. Leticia, that's what I'm saying. Like when she talks about her job positions and everything, Al laid it out in part 1. She never held a job for more than a week, like she would just bounced around, but she lied to him. So even where he's giving her more props, it's just based on what she's told. Like, she's telling him, he flat out said, I don't even know if she's working right now. This is what she says, but I don't know. What husband doesn't know if and where his wife is working? And I don't put that on Al, versus this marriage has a serious disconnect here. Alina, thank you, Alina. Alina just gifted 10 memberships. Wow, that escalated quickly.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
It jumped up a notch.
Thank you, Alina. It's so kind of you. Thank you so much. Welcome to all our new members. Yes, Anana. We have a really amazing community here, and I really appreciate it. You're my boy, Blue. But I don't know, it's heartbreaking. And I've never seen, I guess, so many different aspects with a case and such transparency where you could really see it from every perspective. Like I don't want to say the downfall. I'm so happy that Al, Landon, Harley, Lena, like, you guys thrive. Like, pick yourself back up. Don't allow her to take anything else. But to see it in all, like, to see it through Al's eyes, to see it through Landon's eyes, to see it through Leticia's eyes, but just to see it through everything. Yeah, Lil Red. It's heartbreaking. I've missed it too, Susie. I'm so happy you're here. But tomorrow, when I get home from work, we are going to be going over Landon's interview. And I have to prepare myself. Because as hard it is to go through Al, we hear Al a lot. We've gone through the calls. But my heart's going to break as a mom, and to see Landon, and she knew. Hi, Brooklyn. She knew. It's that mother's intuition. We just even heard it when she called Al in the interview. She's like, do not leave Lena there with Leticia. Like, do not. And so I'm going to schedule that when we get off, but I have to get myself ready. Because it's hard. It's really hard. But again, Landon looked gorgeous. She looked gorgeous when she gave her victim's impact statement, and she spoke at the press conference. I've never seen her look better, and it was at the worst time of her life. And I swear that's from Gannon. Like, Gannon, and she said Gannon was at the trial with her. Thank you, Dog Mom. We absolutely do remember you, Gannon. But she said Gannon gave her that strength. Gannon did. And he was there with her at trial. And she's the reason that he got through it. But you could see it. And it's like, not only did you drag me down, but I'm picking myself back up. And I'm just I couldn't do it. I could not do it. And so I just give her a lot of, and because unfortunately these parents, you're going to struggle with guilt, right? I mean, our kids fall off the bike and scratch their knee. We struggle with guilt as a parent, even if there's no guilt to be had. And it's just unfair. Nobody deserves to go through what they went through. And that's what I'm saying. It's not just the murder. It's everything after, and by someone both Landon loved and Al loved, and the kids. This is the worst betrayal, like the most cold-hearted. I don't know. It just hits differently. But circling it back around to our missing child for tonight's live, and that missing child is Neo Xylon Sanchez. He has been missing since November 18th, 2022, out of Miami, Florida. He was 1 year old when he went missing. Neo may be in the company of his mother, Maria Flores. The child's height and weight are approximate for when he was last seen. This is Maria Eugenia Flores. She is 37 years old. So if you or anyone you know has information on their whereabouts, please contact the Miami-Dade Police Department at the number located in blue right there. But yeah, thank you all so much for being members. Thank you for anybody who had gifted memberships or sent super chats. Your support is always so very greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Landon's interview. So I hope you all have a wonderful... Whoop, I muted myself. And I'm going to stop, drop, and roll it for Shane's birthday out of here.
For the interviews, because I don't have any fancy clothes.
You go to my closet, you take whatever you need. You too, Brennan. You guys got to look sharp. It's the most important day of our lives, okay?
Okay, Dad.
What's your name? What's your age? Where you from? What's your sign? Who you love? What's your style? What you do? What you drive? Stop, drop, and roll. Do that. Do it like a pro. Do that. Stop, drop, and roll. Do that. Do it like a pro. Do that. Fit top, rolly, boy, we know you phony. Take her to the mall and buy her what she want it. Already smashed, so I'ma let the homie. RP my cash and RP a Kobe. If you're born in September, then you know you're my type. If I see you on Tinder, then I gotta swipe right. If you're born in October, then you're just like me. Here's a resume, can you fill this out, please? What's your name? What's your age? Where you from? What's your sign? Who you love? What's your style? What you do? What you drive?